Yeah.
At 7 o'clock. And the first item on our agenda, which I just lost, I believe, is come on, there you are. Oh, attendance. So if people can say their names out loud, so the YouTube video recording us forever and ever will record who is who. So let's start with attendance.
Crystal Adams.
Roger
Sid
Gale.
Blodgett.
Whoops, sorry. Sid.
Go ahead.
George
Sid Blodgett.
Charlene on my thing.
Charlene Perkins Cutler.
Okay. Sid? Sid's on mute. So
Oh.
Don Adaletta?
Sid Blodgett.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And then next would be to approve our January meetings, which had been lost in the E-zone somewhere. I knew that
Thanks.
Sid had taken them and they were posted on the official town website, but I couldn't find my copy, Sid couldn't find his copy, but we finally got it out and I got it to you 10 minutes ago. So if anybody needs a chance to review them, we'll take time to make sure there's nothing dramatically wrong or erroneous in those minutes before entertaining a motion to accept them and correct if needed.
I so move.
You move to accept them as presented?
Mhm.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second that, but the only thing is Grant is GRANT, it should be grand list.
Ah, okay, so we will accept them as corrected then. So all in favor of accepting the minutes as corrected, signify by raising your hand, saying aye.
Aye.
Are there
Aye.
any opposed? Any abstaining? Okay, then the minutes have passed. Sid, at this point, I'd also like to have our minutes reflect that there was no March meeting and thus no March minutes, that although our meeting was warned, the Zoom link was incorrect. And you can say it was my fault for the official record. The Zoom link was incorrect and therefore it became an illegal meeting. And so we had no March meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have any public comment or questions? We have nobody here. Okay, so next up is budget updates. I was very pleased to hear way back when Charlene said, hey, the selectmen's budget put the whole 50,000 that we asked for, and I was doing the happy dance. And then I realized what the Board of Selectmen were doing this year, and that they were submitting exactly what everybody had asked for and planning the cuts for later. So we don't know exactly what we're going to get yet. My happy dance was premature. So Crystal, since you were at the Board of Selectmen's meeting, did our committee come up at all?
Yes, it did. So the budget cuts were presented, and I believe overall the total increase over last year's budget was 0.7%, 0.07%. I don't know, but yes, 0.07% is what the total cost over last year's budget ended up being after the proposed cuts. There was a proposed cut to our budget. I believe they proposed to cut 20,000, but it was made very, very clear that if something comes up and the funds were needed, that there were funds in CNR that could be used to help with the project if needed.
Okay, so that means
that was made clear.
okay, so and that's always very reassuring when they say that. But that means that they have they're going to submit 30,000 as opposed to our 50 request.
I believe so.
That's
but
your understanding. Okay.
Yes, I was there as the Zoom host, and I just had a kind of an ear. I wasn't like taking notes, but Yeah, I did hear that.
Okay, and if they do that, is an increase over what we've received in the most recent years. So that would be good. That would be very good. Not as good as 50, but that would be good. So,
Well,
okay,
The overall budget for general government and Board of Ed needs to be cut about 41 to 42%. When we
that-
take. Go ahead, Crystal.
I'm sorry. I questioned that because I had heard that number thrown around, and I did question that today. And the number was put out. It's not like the budget is 100% and we've got to cut almost 50%. That it was 42% over. God, I'm sorry, I'm not a financial person.
There's a
But
gap between.
It's not 42% of the entire budget. It's like 42% over what was
of the increase.
last year, over the increase. Yes.
Yes.
So the purpose of today's Board of Selectmen meeting was to make those cuts. And I believe that is also the purpose of tonight's Board of Ed meeting that's going on right now.
Okay, and so, as both you and Charlene pointed out, there will be other opportunities because there will be other meetings that that we can try to attend. Charlene, I know you'll be at them, and Crystal, good chance you will be, but I was sorry to miss this afternoon's meeting.
So next Tuesday, the 13th is the next Board of Finance meeting at 7. Then if I don't have my other book in front of me, but as I remember, we then will go to town meeting for the 9th.
I have it on my
Town meeting
calendar,
is May 4th.
the 4th, right? Because they asked if I would moderate, so I've got that. on my-
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
the
I know what I'm wrong. I've got the wrong, I went the wrong way on my phone. Sorry. Yes, the 4th with the referendum following that.
Correct.
And I believe the town meeting will be held in the same manner as the Board of Finance public hearing, where it'll be at the middle school gymnasium. People will be able to attend in person, but we will also have the Zoom so people can attend that way. And Dawn, I'll talk to you later as moderator about that, what that entails, so that people will have to come up so that the Zoom people can hear them speak into the microphone.
Okay. And and we can do that at another time.
Great.
But I was taking notes to see how Ed Higgins did it at the last meeting.
Excellent. Excellent.
So let's see, for other committee reports, anything from conservation?
Yes, we are having a pollinator webinar. It's going to be on Zoom, and it is all about pollinators. And Jean Pillow is putting together a flyer for it. I did the Zoom meeting info and registration for it. And that is April 29th at 7 p.m. And I know she's got a lot of people in Woodstock, a lot of people in other towns who are already expressing interest in it. And when we get the flyer from Jean Pillow, that will be going out to other committees, and I'll also be putting it on the website and Facebook. So we're
Terrific.
very excited about that.
Okay, thank you. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Charlene. Was there anything else from Board of Finance that you wanted to talk about?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sid, do you have anything from planning and zoning?
The flow of applications is pretty minimal right now, which is, in my opinion, good. The committee is starting to look at the zoning regulations in terms of agriculture and what might need to be changed to allow more agriculture or allow agricultural operations to sell their products from the storefront side of the road and not get caught up in too many regulations and restrictions. So that's going to be kind of our focus probably for the next few months or several months maybe. There are other issues that we will be talking about in the slightly distant future, probably mixed use, multifamily, and just general commercial development.
And solar panels? Solar farms?
Yes, I think so.
Well, Jeff copied me on correspondence he was having with Gene Pillow.
Oh.
And there's a lot of concern right now because apparently the people who own Amaral Farm in Pomfret have floated a proposal that's being taken very seriously for a 12.5 acre solar farm on that
Mhm.
property on 44. So Gene, I guess I didn't see the beginning of the conversation, just Jeff's response. Gene, I guess, was asking Jeff, so what kind of regs does Woodstock have about this? My
Yeah.
understanding is that it doesn't really matter, that it's up to the state, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That it's all up to the siting council, but I saw that again 2 minutes ago when I came in. So I was hoping you would know more about it than that. But perhaps he just decided that at 7 o'clock this morning and didn't tell
Yeah.
anybody yet.
Could be.
Let's see, what other committees do we have? Ag's not here. George is sighing a bit of relief that he doesn't have committee reports anymore. Roger. So that's it for committee reports. So we can go into executive session with a motion.
So move. Roger.
I'll
And a
second George.
Okay, so at next meeting is scheduled for May 13th. So what do you, Crystal, what are they saying about, can we schedule our May meeting for in person if that's what people want to do?
We are starting to talk about that and
Okay.
what that would look like.
Okay,
If we were to move towards that, we would require, I think, that meetings be in the large meeting room with everyone spaced out. It's in discussions right now. We're starting to talk about it, but
okay, so then maybe for May, we'll keep it for Zoom one more month and let the town hall figure out what we may and may not do and let the world figure out what is happening.
we're keeping an eye on things. Like I know more and more people are getting vaccinated, but we're also seeing, we had 5% positivity rate the other 2 days ago and 4% yesterday. So we're just keeping an eye on things.
Our numbers are still too high for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then our next meeting is May 13th and it will be again by Zoom. And we will hopefully have tons of projects to report on. And we will, when is I guess the vote is the 18th, the budget vote, the town meeting vote.
It is the 11th. The referendum is May 11th.
Oh, the week after. Okay. Okay, so then we'll know what our budget is definitely by then. So thank you all for coming tonight. I know that warm sunshine was much more tempting than this, but so thank you for your time and for calling in. And I look forward to seeing you all in person again. And handshakes and hugs.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Everybody take care.
You too.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Night.
Have a good night.
Night.
See you later.